Okay, so today I want to talk about the serial class. So let's look it up. So go to Google, and if I want to find out about serial class in Arduino, I'd type in serial Arduino. And let's see what the first thing that comes up. Oh, there's our reference. Awesome. If it ever loads. So this gives a little description for what serial is. It communicates between the Arduino board and a computer or other devices. It's serial, so like a series, it sends through things one byte at a time. Anyway, so here's a bunch of functions we got to work with. So to begin with, we've only ever printed information to the computer, but now we want to be able to send stuff from the computer to the Arduino and give it commands. So to do that, we will need two functions. We will need serial available. Serial available, if we look at the description, it says get the number of bytes characters available for reading from the serial port. This is data that's already arrived and stored in the serial receive buffer, which holds 64 bytes. So what this does is it tells us how many bytes we've received already. And if it's greater than 0, we can read it, which is great. So here's some sample code, which we'll be using something very similar to. So we create a little int to hold our incoming byte. We might switch that to a char. And setup, we got to do serial.begin, because no matter what direction you're communicating, you need to have the computer and the Arduino talking to each other. And then this line right here is where we want to use this serial.available. If serial.available is greater than 0, that means that there is something we can read. If it's 0, then there's nothing we can read and we don't want to do anything with it or we'll get an error. So this whole if serial.available is greater than 0 is very useful. Notice that if it is, we make incoming byte equal to serial.read. So we should probably check out what that .read does. And then we print I received, and then print line what the incoming byte is, and then comma des. If you think about what that might mean, we're reading the incoming byte as a decimal. So probably not necessary because incoming byte is an int and that defaults to decimal. So I don't know why they bothered with that. But anyway, so let's check out serial.read. We can just hit back. And here's our read. We check out what read does. It reads incoming serial data. Read inherits from the stream utility class. It returns the first byte of incoming serial data available. So just one byte of the available data. Keep in mind that a char is 1 byte, so that could be very useful. So if the available data is greater than 0, just like before, so if we got something to read, we will make our incoming byte equal to it and then print it out again. So notice exactly the same code. Anyway, hopefully you have some idea of how serial.available works, because you'll need to. Serial.available tells you if you have anything available to read, if you've been sent anything, if the Arduino has been sent anything. And serial.read just is equal to the first byte in that. And we can cast that to whatever we want. So we can cast it to an int, we could cast it to a char. Yeah, and so we'll work from there. So that is serial.available, number of things we've been sent. The computer sent the Arduino, and serial.read, just taken the first byte available, the first 8 bits. And that is all for today.